Hello and welcome. So today's video is going to be all about Marie Antoinette's adopted children. So Marie Antoinette is often portrayed as a really selfish person, constantly spending France's money, which is not entirely true, but she did have a really soft spot for children. So Marie Antoinette and her husband King Louis XVI of France had 4 children of their own. They had Marie-Therese, who survived the French Revolution, Louis Joseph, who died of tuberculosis when he was 7 years old, Louis Charles, who became King Louis XVII on his father's execution, but he sadly died in prison when he was 10 years old, and Sophie, who died at just 11 months old. But as well as her own 4 children, Marie Antoinette actually adopted 4 children. One day in 1776, Marie Antoinette was out for a ride in her carriage when a young boy aged around 4 or 5 ran out in front of the carriage. The boy was knocked over but unharmed, but his screams brought his grandmother running out. The grandmother explained that the boy was called Francois and that his mother had died, so now the grandmother looked after him and his siblings. Marie Antoinette immediately said that she would adopt Francois and pay support for his siblings. She took the boy back to Versailles and renamed him Armand. So Armand was not too happy about leaving his family, and he would often cry out for his grandmother and his siblings. But the Queen was really taken with him and would often call Armand my child and would have breakfast with him every day. So Armand was rather a naughty child, and when the French Revolution started, he actually abandoned the royal family and joined the revolutionaries. He died in battle in 1792. So in 1778, Marie Antoinette gave birth to her first child, a daughter called Marie-Therese. Marie Antoinette brought a companion for her daughter, who was the daughter of a maid, and this child was called Marie Philippine. Marie Philippine would spend her days at Versailles and then return to her mother in the evening. When Marie Philippine's mother died, Marie Antoinette adopted her and changed her name to Ernestine. She put Ernestine into rooms opposite Marie-Therese and said that both girls had to be treated the same. They wore the same clothes and they ate the same food. When the royal family was removed from Versailles, she went with them to the Tuileries. Ernestine left the family when they were imprisoned. In 1787, Marie Antoinette was brought a gift from Senegal. The gift was a young boy aged around 5 or 6. Normally the boy would have been put to work as a servant, but Marie Antoinette decided to adopt him and baptised him Jean Amilcar. When they were forced to leave Versailles, Jean Amilcar was sent to an institution for children, and Marie Antoinette paid for his food and his board there. When she was no longer able to pay for it, Jean Amilcar was thrown out of the children's institution and onto the streets of Paris. Some sources say that Jean Amilcar died on the streets of Paris, while other sources say that he entered another school but unfortunately fell ill and died at the age of 14. So King Louis XVI had an usher, and this usher had 3 daughters. Now sadly, their usher and his wife both died within months of each other, leaving the 3 girls alone. So Marie Antoinette said that she would adopt these 3 girls. The 2 eldest girls were sent to a boarding school, while the youngest, who was 3 years old, was brought to the Palace of Versailles to be a playmate for Louis Charles. There, Marie Antoinette had her name changed to Zoe. When the revolution started, Zoe was sent to be with her sisters at the boarding school, and they were eventually taken in by their father's family. So that was just a little video about the children that Marie Antoinette adopted. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.